Go, man. We're going to talk Cowboys sports, football, and beyond. They made some surprise cuts today. Highlight Ruler is out, man. You heard of that? Lyrum, he's gone. Christian Sam, he's cut. And I'm going up top of my dome. It's somebody else.
I knew
Corey Roberson, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't get enough time to shine, though.
And Christian Sam, I knew he was gone when he didn't when he wasn't suited up.
Right.
So that said it all. And you gotta play.
Got to, man. You got to put it out there, man. And the craziest thing of it all, the Dallas Cowboys every year, we go through this process of, hey man, what happened to this guy? What happened to that guy? Noah Brown this year. Spectacular training camp.
Yeah.
Zero production in preseason. Because we just don't know. We just don't know, man. So it's a situation now that we look at it like, okay, week one, we will have a Noah Brown, but he got a big toe injury. We knew that Dennis Houston had an unbelievable training camp, but he didn't do anything because he had Cooper Rush.
Right.
I can't make this stuff up. So, I mean, it's a crazy thing, man, for us to be out here and looking at these last 2 days that's visible to us to see what they're going to do. They may just do a walkthrough. I don't know what all they're going to do today, but it is what it is, right? Boy, look good on camera, don't we?
Yeah.
Here, baby.
Yeah, we roll.
I know it's different because we're doing it a different way. We're building the plane as it's fly, and that's what we do over here, man. My name is Law Nation, by the way, for those who new to this channel. And shout out to Boss Cowboys Sports. He been getting it out of the mud, man. Year 2 for him doing this thing full time almost.
Year and a half.
Year and a half, not even
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
But I guess I've been doing this 3 years now. If you count me co-hosting with West Coast.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, so what's your thoughts, man? This is the last week.
Right.
So, I've seen people crate the 55 before they even started training camp, which I think is backwards.
Right.
But now we at the end.
At the end.
So you already start talking about some cuts. What are some of the, I guess, controversial decisions that you think, especially with you having eyes in training camp now?
Right.
You saw a lot of the Chargers practices. What is it coming down to competition-wise?
War of attrition is one, who can stay healthy. Number 2 is who can win over the coaches on the special teams. I think that's an alleyway. I truly believe that the Cowboys will go with 7 wide receivers, believe it or not. And the reason being is, before we started the season, we had big reservations on wide receivers, offensive line, and I think the defense, I don't think we have reservations. Eddie! What's good with you, man? I'll wait for you, man. Hold on right quick.
Yeah, so he was talking about the reservations. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, he was talking about the reservations, man, but yeah, I have my reservations too, but go ahead.
Oh, so with that being said, it's a process of now saying if we could wash away our reservations. You said before we even made draft, that one of the bigger holes on his team was linebacker.
Yeah.
Before we go into detail, did they answer that?
Yeah.
See?
Super answer.
So you really don't have reservations on linebackers?
Nah, not on linebackers.
See, now I can talk with more confidence because my guy Eddie is in here, man. Hey, we ain't gonna get kicked out of the place, baby. But now it's just all on the offensive line. Now, did you see that guy? He was drafted in the first round. He played for I believe, the Jets, Iquanu.
No, I didn't see it.
Ike Iquanu. I think that's how you say his name. Did you see Trevor Penny?
Yeah.
He was drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
Now, before y'all put that butter knife down, you put that butter knife down too. Before y'all try to shank me with the butter knife. Is Josh Ball playing better than Trevor Penny?
Of course.
And Ike Iquanu.
Of course.
Those guys' first round draft pick. So I don't want you guys to be hyper reactive and overreact on the fact that Josh Ball gave up. I guess he gave up
a couple of pressures.
But Ike Iquanu gave up 2 sacks the other day.
Yeah.
First round draft pick from the Jets, I believe. So offensive line, I truly believe that with the help inside with Tyler Smith, those boys pushing off the ball, I think I don't have that much reservation now on the offensive line, bro.
Explain the panic then, because where do you think this panic is coming from?
The overanalyzations
Yeah.
from the Cowboys community. We analyze players more than any other team in the National Football League.
Yeah.
We do. And no hate at that, but that's just how it goes, unfortunately. Heavy is the crown, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, man. I also think, Law, I think it's just the fact that we've been waiting so long. We've been waiting so long to be relative, to get to a championship, to win a championship. I think we antsy as a fan base.
Yeah.
And I think we sometimes over panic to where, obviously, I do know that Ball is having some growing pains.
Right, he is.
But I think his growing pains are normal.
Normal for a second-year guy playing left tackle, one of the strongest and hardest positions to play in the National Football League.
Yeah. So it's a natural thing, but I think we're making a mistake of not giving our young guys time to grow. So let me ask you this question.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Do you think we would have year 2 Diggs if we didn't have year 1 Diggs?
No.
But did we have a year 1 with Nashawn Wright and Boss Man? No. Because why? Anthony Brown wasn't moving because he was playing well, and Diggs was in year 2 just going crazy, trying to basically break records on the interceptions.
Yeah, he was. He going crazy.
That took the developmental reps.
It did.
And I really want our fans to kind of understand that, because it's, to me, I'm reading the tea leaves like this. It seems to where it's a lot of panic and it's over preseason, where to me the guys not even playing that bad. I think they pretty good based on where they are in their development.
Yeah. Look, every cornerback, there's not a cornerback in the National Football League that didn't get burned.
Facts.
And the problem is with our DBs, everything is overanalyzed, right?
Yeah.
Like Nashawn Wright, he can't make a mistake, right? He's in a second year, a guy that was drafted in the later rounds that we are expecting him to play like a shutdown cornerback. But he's going to get burned. He's going to play sloppy technique. They're not scheming up to play these guys, by the way. So when you see all of those things, you look back at it and you say, man, God dog, why would Bland get to that spot? Well, Bland, trust me, he's going to get to that spot.
Right.
But we can't rush the process. Bland going to get burnt too.
Yeah.
He going to get burnt too.
And let's be honest, Bland game wasn't all of that. Like, it was 2 catches on Bland where it was 3 yards of separation.
Yeah.
It was 3 yards of separation on the out route. Somebody asked me, boss, do you supposed to allow that much separation on the out route? The answer is no.
Not on the out. No.
So he's developing as well.
He's developing.
And you raising a good point. Is we can't be high on these guys, in my opinion, one game, and then when they make the developmental mistakes, we throw them off a bridge.
Yeah, we throw them off the bridge. And that's crazy. I mean, it's a situation that Cowboy Nation, we must pump the brakes and allow these guys to still continue to grow and develop. And that's why we're here in practice.
Yeah.
So we can see things with our natural eyes, and not tainted by the outside or somebody else's eyes.
Right.
And hopefully we can see small things, but then when the season kick off, we'll be able to break down some film and say, okay, yeah, he gave up this, but this is the reason why. Yeah, they playing cover 3. Look at they playing on the outside, and then we can be able to break it down. And then on top of that too, it'll be schemes involved too. So,
Right. Yeah. So so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's your overall gut feeling of the offense?
It's going to be hard for this offense not to be top 4 in the NFL. And I want you to hit me with a rebuttal or something.
I can't hit you with a rebuttal if I agree.
You agree?
Man.
Here's the reason why. We may not be top 10 in yards, but we will be top in scoring again. Why? Because you got guys that can flip the field. Kevontae Turpin, if you think about it, the average start field would be a little bit closer to our absolute opportunity to score. meaning that this dude is going to have in the field. You're going to have more and more opportunities to have 50-yard drive versus having a 70-yard or 80-yard drive. That increased your total number. I truly believe that the defense also is not going to allow you to do that. I'm going to take the ball and just go score for score with you. No, this defense is going to be stifling, starting with the front four and the rest of the pieces that added in with their front. So I think that our defense is going to be a notch better, which will also translate to our offense being a notch better. This team is going to be top 3 or top 2, top 1 in scoring.
So I think our offense is going to be better, but in a slightly different way.
In a different way. Go ahead.
I think our offense is going to be better because I believe the defense was accidentally giving us a scare in the training camps.
Okay.
So when it became obvious to me that it's our defense that's that good. So when you turn this offense over to regular defenses, not this super pass rush defense that we have, then that's when we gonna really see that this offense was much better than what we thought. Number 2, this is the other reason why I think the offense is gonna be much better. I think we have been forced to run the ball because obviously it's question marks on receiver. The receivers are young, unproven. Everybody talk about the lack of catches and game catches as a collective group. Well, then that's going to force, in my opinion, Kellen Moore to have to kind of throttle down and lean on his vet guys. Who are his vet guys? At this point, it's Pollard. At this point, it's Zeke. Zach Martin. Even Steele. Because Steele, if you count up all his starts, that's 25 starts. That's a lot of starts. So I know on paper he don't look like a vet. But he a vet now.
You bet.
And then obviously T. Smith. And then obviously also Tyler Smith is a natural left guard.
Mauler,
He's a mauler. So even though he's not the vet, the offense fit us to run the ball. So even if we don't put up the gaudy yards and the gaudy touchdowns, I think we're going to have an offense that's efficient because we're going to first take pressure off those receivers while leaning on our running game. So I just think it's the perfect storm of a good offense.
That I do agree with. Now, when you start talking about doing it in a different way, I think that people do what they're comfortable of doing. I read the Stargaze. He reached out to us and said, do you think that Kellen Moore is going to run the ball more? Basically, somewhere along that line on Twitter. I'm paraphrasing. I pretty much said there's 2 folds to it. I think that basically Kellen Moore is still going to be Kellen Moore. I mean, when you're in trouble, you're going to do the things that you used to do to get you out of trouble.
He's going to lean back on the pass. He's going to lean
back to what he used to do. Comfortable with. He learned everything from Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett. So I truly believe that he's going to get back to passing the ball. Now, I just hope that he does more of a counter approach, meaning that if you see a team that can't stop the pass, then you pass that ball, And if you see a team that's struggling against stopping the run, then you run it. Look, this team from an offensive standpoint, that first game where they averaged like 6.4 yards per toe from Malik Davis. Overall, collectively against the Denver, they averaged right at 5.5 yards. And then against the LA Chargers, they were averaging right at 4.5, right around that number. You guys can test it if you want to. Those are good numbers, man.
Fantastic.
And so
with a backup line.
With a backup offensive line. So I just like the idea, man. You're getting power, physicality with Tyler Smith. And I think that all of that will gel with this offense, and especially getting the ball back and putting it in the belly of Ezekiel Elliott mixed in with Tony Pollard. I think that we're going to be a very, very solid team on the run.
I mean, some people, in my opinion, when they see us critique the team, they misunderstand us. They think that we're negative, but more so the whole offseason, because the offseason is about over now. It was always about trying to find solutions to problems.
No doubt. Hold on right quick.
Yeah, and I got it.
Hold on.
Yeah, so it was always about trying to find solutions to problems. That's always what we've done with the Final Word, Law, and myself, Big Game James, and the OC. It's gonna always be about trying to solve problems. But yet and still, none of us wavered on the confidence that we're gonna have and that we do have.
Build it on the plane, man. Build it in there while we fly, man. Come on, fly with me. Fly with me,
We
Cowboy.
finna walk it out?
Yeah, we finna walk it right here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, so. Yes, indeed. I got my guy, man. Got my guy Eddie, man, and we're gonna talk about this, man. And get my guy right here. Yeah, this is what we do, man. We build a plane while it's in the air. And get my bag just in case somebody think they can run off with the plug,
man. Yeah, but it's always been about with us. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
It's always been about with us trying to find ways to win. So when you focus like that, what happens is sometimes people, they get, you guys are negative. No, we never wavered on the fact that we're gonna win between 11 to 14 games. You know, give us about 3 to 5 losses, just, you know, because games are close in general anyway. So that never wavered. So most of us and the concerns that we have has always been about what are we going to do when we hit the playoffs.
What we gonna do when we hit that playoff, man?
That's the thing. That's the thing. And so that's going to still be a constant debate as we trying to get ready for the playoffs, because our standard here is obviously what? Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl or bust. And when we won it, even going all the way back to Roger Staubach days, we ran the ball.
Thanks.
Going all the way back to the 90s, we ran the ball. Ain't this right, Eddie? We ran the ball. So if you want to win, in the National Football League, you got to have a balanced approach and get back to running the ball.
Thanks.
There's no way around it. And I hope and I pray that my guy Kelly Moore understands that, because right now you got only CD Lamb. The person with the most experience in this wide receiver group is Noah Brown.
Oh,
Let me know if I'm wrong. Noah Brown got the most experience.
hey, can I be honest with you, man? I'm gonna say this for the final word too. We gonna talk about this again, but we gonna talk about this earlier. I mean, no, go ahead, finish your point, because you raised something with that.
All I'm saying is Noah Brown got the most experience, and he got a hurt toe right now. And whether or not there's real news or that's fake news, he got a hurt toe, man. And we got to depend on CD Lamb, Cavante Turpin, who I really believe that can take the top off the defense, make everything look good for us. And he will be the decoy, the new decoy, like Amari Cooper was last year. I think that can work out, but we got to get to it, though. Real tough.
Well, I'll say this, Law, man. I'm gonna raise this in the final word, because we gonna figure out a way to do a final word today. It's not gonna have all the bells and whistles that y'all used to, but it's gonna be the team, though. It's gonna be the whole team. This the deal, man, and I'm just being all the way honest.
What is it?
On certain levels, I'm disappointed at preseason and the preseason games, because I wanted to see Noah Brown compete for the number 3.
Oh.
Am I tripping, bro?
Nah, you ain't tripping. And that's my only thing.
That's the only thing. Is some of these guys seem like they was protected.
Protected.
Like,
I don't like that.
Like, so why is Armstrong and we watching Basham have to earn it? And in my opinion, Basham is earning it. He looks better. Why couldn't we see him side by side Armstrong? Why couldn't we see Noah Brown side by side Dennis Houston? And they know how to create competition. You know why?
Why?
Because when they wanted to see the competition between Collins and Ball, they left him out there with 80% of the snaps.
Or also give Tyler Smith versus Connor McGovern.
They moved all of those guys around. They got a good look. They put them all under the lights.
Right.
We saw them.
We saw them.
They saw them.
They saw them.
But did you see Dennis Houston versus Noah Brown?
Nope. But Dennis Houston was already thrown into first team reps.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about, hey man, what about Dennis Houston being a surprise cut? I was like, how you do that? Because how you want to explain that Dennis Houston got all of those reps in front of T.J. Vasher, all of those reps in front of Simi Fehoko, all of those reps in front of Noah Brown. Because Noah Brown, when I was there first, that day,
Training camp.
day one,
Yeah, day one.
he was working with the threes.
Right.
He was the threes. So, and then he moved from the threes to the twos, and then
Stayed with the twos and the threes.
Then James Washington got hurt. They started sprinkling him a little bit with the ones. So, and to me personally, if I'm gonna be real with y'all and be 100, the person that shined the most in the training camp as a wide receiver was the kid from Owls, Brandon Smith.
And see, and I want to tell you something because I watched the round table.
Okay.
I actually fully agree with you
Okay.
that if Dennis Houston go to that practice squad, he gone.
Let me see what we got. Hold it down. Let me see.
No, I got you. See, because he raised the point that Dennis Houston would be gone
do a light.
if he was to, get put on the practice squad. Now, and y'all debated it out, you and Scott.
Yeah, we did.
But I agreed with you from this standpoint.
Right.
The world looks at Dallas.
The world.
The world looks at Dallas. So,
Yeah.
what do all players do when they trying to get leverage in the market?
Man,
Jerry called me.
Jerry Wayne.
Oh, I want to go to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They not doing that for nothing.
They ain't
So you
doing
mean to
nothing.
tell me Dennis Houston been in the lights, been all in our news, been all in our practices, been all in these headlines, and people that scout don't know? Yeah, he will get away. Crown, I'm a crown apple, please.
Yes, indeed, man.
On the rocks?
On the rocks, you
yeah.
got it.
Shoot, I should have got some of that.
No, man.
I should have asked you first.
Hey, I know how to drink mine, brother. It's actually apple juice for you too,
It's apple juice.
I want to see the rotations at the guard position. I want to see, do they go ahead and finally walk out Tyler Smith, guard? I want to see that first, man.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm very interested in the one-on-ones.
Right.
So obviously, me playing corner, I'm gonna get a real good first-hand view of the real skills of these guys. So I'm excited about that. I want to see some of the rotations also at linebacker. I want to get some clues
Right.
going
right.
into
Since
Friday. Since they
I really want Malik Jefferson. I think he
Yeah.
earned a spot on his team.
I think so too.
God,
man.
yeah, he earned a spot on his team. Go ahead.
I think he gonna be the odd man out though.
Yeah.
We know this team, man.
I would literally kick. Y'all hear me? I would literally kick Luke Gifford.
Luke should be an easy one to
He
cut.
should be an easy cut in the hand.
And it's
45.
not that he not good.
He's good, but he ain't 45.
He not 45.
45.
He
to
not
keep it alive,
50.
man. Yeah.
Harper. It's listen.
I think based upon what I've seen in training camp as well as the preseason games, you can sneak 47 on the practice squad. That's Story Jackson. I know it's your guy, but I think that we can sneak
I don't
him
trust
on.
him, bro.
You
But
know, I think you can sneak him. I think you can
see, he
sneak him.
chose us. He
know,
chose
right?
us,
I
right?
know.
And this if I didn't
Choosing
talk to him,
lovers.
I would agree with you. But I talked to him.
Right.
So when I met him in Dallas and we talked, it was a lot of teams that like Story. And you know how it is, man. Everybody like the one that got away.
I know, right?
Some of y'all married and y'all still thinking about the ones that got away.
Just don't mention it.
Don't say it.
Don't say I got options.
Don't say it.
Only Jerry Wayne Jones can say I got
But you
options.
thinking about it. You thinking about
I
it.
got choices. The choice is yours.
You thinking about it. That's the story. See, if I didn't talk to him, I would have totally agreed with you. But it's one of those things to where because I talked to him, I think it's taking a risk. And he also played too good. They have the preseason film out.
Well. This last game right here will be their Super Bowl. Last year around this time, Cooper Rush was already off this team, but then all of a sudden, that last and final preseason game,
Right.
he was able to make this team.
You're right. And this is one thing, but I'm gonna be honest, Law, and I can't wait till Big get here. because I'm gonna bring this up with him. I can't wait to see how he go off about this. But I don't get the feeling that we have competitions in our preseasons. We have certain competitions. We have certain people that we predetermine. Because they talked about in Pittsburgh that they go figure out in this final preseason game who the starting quarterback is, bro. Because it's real competition in Pittsburgh.
They don't run away from coaching.
They don't run away from coaching, and they welcome the competition, and it's no favorites.
No doubt.
We'll sit Armstrong and say, hey, you already earned it. Noah, you got it. Yeah, Dennis Houston, you was hearing all that hype, but man, come on, man, you already know you the guy. Right? It to me, the feeling of preseason, like certain guys got coddled.
They did, and that's just the way of the Cowboys.
That's the Cowboys way,
Cowboys life, man. Hey.
But it was competition in certain areas too.
The
So I'm not
offensive
saying
line.
that it was, the offensive line. So I'm not saying,
your boy.
at least we better. Can we say that? At least we not as corporate as we,
As we should be, but it is what it is. Cowboy Nation, be sure to check us out. That's my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports. Your voice and your opinions matters. Your voice matters, right? Your voice matters, And of course, okay, you live on your channel too, so go ahead and people know where to find and follow.
No, you're doing great, bro. Finish it off.
Okay,
I love it, man. Look, I like when you do my work. Here, hold on. Let me point at the law. Go ahead, Law. Finish it off.
Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter with Law. So when y'all in Dallas area, you see Law Boss.
Law Boss.
That's really us.
That's really us. That's Law Boss.
Attorney at law.
Right. That's us.
That's us, Law Boss, man. It's literally Law Boss right now, man. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Come on out to training camp. I promise you won't have a good time. You will have a great time at practice at the Star in Frisco. DC for life. Let's go. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. Ooh, we got an unbelievable treat for you guys week 1. Can't wait to tell you. DC for life. Salute.
Salute.